going to have a very exciting time of it. The PHM squad have rebranded for this year. They now have PHM colours, I should say. The man from just down the road from here in Abu Dhabi, and his teammate is the French racer Dorian Pin, who's going to be in the F1 Academy later this season. AGI 6 in F4 UAE has the Indian star Kai Daryanani, who once blitzed Dan Wells on iRacing, and that's how he became a professional driver. Dan was so impressed, he went, right, we're going to put you behind the wheel. See how everybody is getting on with things at the moment. There is the new AGI Sport Team colour scheme. It looks absolutely stunning in the Emirates sunshine. And the AGI Sport Team have come all the way from Australia, and they are really starting to ramp up their international competitions. They had to go at F4 Southeast Asia a few weeks back, and now they are wanting to do the same thing here in the Middle East. It'll be really exciting to see how the second session goes, as we look at Keanu El-Azhari, the man who has topped the timesheets. Keanu El-Azhari, thumbs up. He's obviously come out of the blocks very determined to go forward. Epic start to F4 racing so far here at Yas Marina. And the time ticks down on the main straight. Everybody's still trying to get into the rhythm. Look at the lead that Nakamura-Berta's already started to build. Fairclough in 5th place in front of Al-Daheri, then Gouda, Stilp, who's obviously got problems coming. Dorian Pin in 9th position, sorry. Big lock up there from Gabriel Stilp as he tries to run in front of Dorian Pin, the former World Endurance Championship racer in provisional result. Nakamura-Berta from El-Azhari, Slater, Powell, Al-Daheri, Gouda, Fairclough, Pin, Stilp and Bedrin. If it finishes like this, Bedrin gets the reverse grid pole, but Stilp may have a penalty coming his way for potentially jumping the start. Rodella could inherit it. Quintarelli from Beaton, Scular, David, Ye, Caranta, Narak, Murray and Tiago Rodriguez in the top 20. And then following on from that, we have Samalisto, Daryanani, Siraruthin, Restrepo, Buzinelos, Max Popov, Kamal Murad, Carrie Schreiner, Kaishin Liu, and Nicholas Stati of Australia. How is it going to play out for this second race of the 2024? First corner to see if he can get through. Quintarelli is 3rd, and up to 4th is Deegan Fairclough, as El-Azhari and Al-Daheri are squabbling away there in the mid-pack. Can't quite make out who that is, but I think that is going to be Gabriel Stilp, who had... Well, only just got my breath back from that. Emerson Fittipaldi Jr., I would have said Tuka Tarpanen as well. All of them have not managed to get a decent lap time in that first part of qualifying, just as their tyres were looking to come good as well. So that's a real headache for a lot of drivers. Up end of the field. We've already had plenty of action to last an entire year. So let's go into the 5th race of the championship, and keen to find out who is going to be at the front of the field. It's going to be another nail-biting encounter. Like racing under the floodlights in the beautiful United Arab Emirates setting here at Abu Dhabi on the Yas Marina circuit. 15 years of motorsport, 15 years of true magic. Hello everybody, Jake Sanson here with you for the second race of the weekend in Formula Regional Middle East. And of course this one has action and drama written all over. Reputation, I think it's probably better that I don't. So I'll leave them to that. Safety car is out. Of course it is. I think that was inevitable. Now this transforms the entire race. Boyer's already gone through in a 3rd, but Tarpanen is absolutely relentless. You are going to have to work harder than you've ever worked before to keep Tuka Tarpanen at bay. When the Tiger comes to town, he's ready to take more than just tea. Here he comes down the straight. Into the braking zone. Halted on the far side. Has he got grip? Yes, he has. Has he got space? Not when Rafael Kamara closes the car on the apex. Tarpanen decides he doesn't want to run wide, so he's going to dial in a move again. The circumstances by which he got there are for another debate. Murray Boyer is cruising home because he's got himself a podium. He'll be happy with that after the very difficult start to the season they've had. And you've got to feel for Rafael Kamara, 3rd for so long, and then dropping back to P6 at the end. Valerio Menichelik's got to be happy. He celebrates with his friend Teofil Nal. Menichelik can be happy too. He finishes 7th, and that gives the MP Motorsport team 6 points, which is 3 times more points than they scored in the entire weekend last time out. MP Motorsport are bouncing back. They said to me today wait for Dubai. That's when we'll have our pro pace. That's when we'll have our speed. Arvid Lindblad doesn't want to stay out here too long. He's clearly getting back to the pits to go back to bed and hope that tomorrow he gets a miracle. Because 2 points are not really what Arvid Lindblad signed up for. But 25 points is absolutely what the doctor ordered for Teofil Nile. And looking for a chance to go underneath him. Can he get the inside line? 4.5 minutes left. And still, Murray Boyer pushing Taz into Vivazak all the way. This is a good opportunity to see what the racecraft is like between these two. And don't forget, you're going to see both of these boys in action in Formula 3 this year. And the man behind them, you're going to see in Formula 2. Down the straight. Murray Boyer's got a really... just keeps on coming here. Absolutely unbelievable. So Marty Boyer has a 5-second penalty. Oh, that is so unfortunate. He drove beautifully. Inter Vivazak third, Wharton fourth, but they will elevate. Then Nugachukwu, Tapanen, David, Fittipaldi, Teofil Nile, a brilliant try from 29th to 9th. That is extraordinary. And Rafael Kamara takes the final point in P10. Boyer will drop from 2nd to 7th with that penalty. Kanato Lee 11th and Enzo Peugeot 12th. Those two have been so impressive considering they joined the championship mid-season.
It's their job. And here we have an onboard of Ahmed smashing the steering wheel. What is he not happy with? Was there traffic? Did you see any traffic? Maybe. As we see the cars from Saudi Racing, they're pushing hard. Of course, it's a great team behind with Paul Spooner, all his experience, and with Sigi Müller, Florian Janitz. So lots of team members, many years of racing experience. Let's put it that way, many years of racing experience. Same for this man here.
And in the Pro-Am class, we can say it's quite a big step again for Ahmed. And here we have the result. As you said, it's Theo Overhaus, Robert, who did an amazing job. He's winning his 4th race this season ahead of Jackson Walls on 2nd position. Colin Bönninghausen is completing the podium. And on 4th overall, Ahmed Al-Shikhab, the man from Kuwait, who is...
Just don't be aggressive.
Yeah, but he sees
clever,
that the gap to Basha Madini already became big, and I'm sure he still wants to win that race.
Khaled Al-Ahmedi overtook the Kuwaiti driver.
Where did he come from?
He dived in, and this was a good move by Khalid in the Saudi Racing. Cedric Chassan is trying to make up the time he lost.
Oh, and that is the Pro-Am class? Oh. Was that the situation again, or did that just happen?
That did just happen. Oh no,
this is
they collided and touched.
Al-Ahmadi and Søren Spreng off the track, had a crash there.
It didn't look live in the first place, but it was a live onboard picture.
Oh, what a pity. So
shock when they see another car pass by, and maybe they'll think, hang on a minute, maybe I can expect a little bit less grip on the first few laps. So as you see Jackson Walls coming out of the pit lane's getting very busy now as they all decide that now is the time to roll out. It's quite exciting here to have an onboard camera. It really gives us a great perspective on what the drivers are going through. With Søren Spreng leading the pack out.
Absolutely, this is the train, and unfortunately we have no sector times at all, so we can't tell you then who is out there on a very fast lap, but anyhow, it will be exciting now, and we're all looking forward to the last 11 minutes of that qualifying session. See if it is the man who is now leaving the... But seems like we see really the man on a mission, wants that title. I had a chat with him already in Bahrain, and he said, of course, I want to have... Oh, a little lock-up.
Yeah, good job he built up enough of a gap there, but I'm sure he will be kicking himself for that.
Australia. Let's have a quick look to the Pro-Am class. It's Saud Al Saud who takes that win. I'm sure Paul Spooner, the team manager of the Saudi racing team, let's say I think it was a good warm-up for maybe another great race tomorrow. Here we have the graphic. As I said, it's Theo Overhaus winning ahead of Janus Stiak and Jackson Waltz, Colin Bunninghausen in 4th position. Then it's James Wallace, the man from the UK, in 5th position. And then the Pro-Am class, Saud Al Saud ahead of Bashar Madini, Khaled Al Ahmadi, Søren Spreng and Cedric